Good afternoon, everybody. This is Rusty from Rush Reviews. I'm back from another day at the range. This time I am talking about my TLR-6. Now, Streamlight went and sent this to me about 2-3 weeks ago, and I've had it around. I've tested it out. I've had a lot of fun with it. I did get the laser sighted in, and it works relatively good. I'm not a huge laser fan. For the most part, I guess in a certain situation you might want to use it. It also depends on your state laws. I will give a fair warning. I do know, at least last I knew, state of Texas does not allow lasers, so make sure you verify your state laws before you look at this. But let's go ahead and go over this real quick. This here is the TLR-6 from Streamlight. Now, they asked me which one I wanted to review. I don't like the big bulky flashlights. You guys know me. I've become a traditionalist on my firearms. I don't like too much fluff. I don't like adding too much extra stuff to my rifles. My 34 is an exception, but for my home defense, I like things simple. I like my Dawson precision sights, and I like my little laser light combo here, and this comes in at 200 lumens with a single laser. They can come on and off. I can show you which variables are available when you're working with this, and it actually works really well with my hand. Now, let me see if I can get a good angle here. Now, when I'm holding my firearm, you guys can see right here, it's just within the reach of my trigger finger. So before I go and when I'm trying to figure out my target, I can stretch my trigger finger out, and it takes just the lightest pressure for it to actually start. Now, that's really awesome to me because, you know, some of the other ones I've dealt with, they require a full button to be pressed that slides across. You know, it's a very interesting style, not a preferred, but the TLR-6 is, I mean, it's a slight touchpad and you're good to go. Now, you guys can see here, as of right now, all I have is the 200 lumens on. Let me go ahead and see if we can get a little better angle here. There we go. Okay, so all you guys can see right here now, we have just the 200 lumen light. Now, if you press both buttons on each side, it goes just to the laser. You can see it hanging out right there. Let's go ahead and turn off the other light here. First time low light actually looks good. Okay, so you can see just the laser, and then you press both buttons again. Turns on both the light and laser. Now, it's hard to tell, but the laser is right there. Let's see. Not a really good way to show. Looks like it's just blurring out in the main part of the light. But either way, both light and laser are on. You press it again, just back down to the light. So, for me, I really enjoy that. It gives me an option when I'm on the range, and if I'm doing a nighttime shoot and I'm not in the mood to use the laser, I can turn it off. If I want to use the laser, I can leave it on. It doesn't really matter to me. The laser, like I said, it's relatively good. Don't poke it in your eye, or don't point it in your eye. Now, mounting the TLR-6 is rather interesting. Now, most of these other lights, all they do is they just mount on and they attach around the trigger guard. Now, for this one, you actually have to take out the 3 Allen wrench screws with their tiny Allen wrench they send you. So if you ever want to take it off, don't lose it, or you're going to have to find it or find another one. But you take this off, it literally opens up the case inside where you can see everything, and you put it on around the trigger guard and you're good to go. And it holds it on there extremely well. In fact, what wobble you see is coming from the stand, but there is no wobble in this, which I really enjoy. I don't have a holster for this, but now my Glock 22 has become my home defense gun. With the Glock 34 being a 9mm, it's just much cheaper for me to shoot the 34 than it is for me to shoot the Glock 22. Now, I still love taking her out to the range. I take her with me almost every time I go. I don't know if I actually use it every time I go, but it always ends up in the range bag or in its case. Now, the batteries are I think honestly they're just a plain watch battery. Now, let's see if I can get this open without hurting myself. That's a very unlikely thing. I don't have fingernails, so let's see. There we go. Yeah, it looks like the batteries are just your plain average watch batteries you can go pick up at Walmart. I don't know what the battery actually is or what they're called. I've always just called them disc batteries. But otherwise, the TLR-6 is a fantastic little stream light. I know they've got the TLR-7 out. I know that there's bigger ones with higher lumens. I don't need that personally. I don't want that. But I will say this, if you guys are looking for a small compact laser light to go on a smaller Glock like a 43 or a 42, this just might be the one you're looking for. Especially if you want a laser light combo. The tuning process on it is a very simple one to get it sighted in. There is just another Allen wrench screw right here, takes it up and down. But yeah, if you guys are looking for something for a smaller firearm, or you're not a huge fan of the big lights, then go ahead and take a look at the Streamlight TLR-6. I think it's a rather good one, and it's now a permanent mainstay of my home defense firearm. If you guys have any questions, go ahead and let me know. Otherwise, this is Rusty from Rusty Reviews, and I'm out.